Hello, and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm Teacher Oakley. For the next hour, we will be discussing the zodiac and your horoscope. And pardon me, we'll be doing this as a kind of vehicle, as a way of actually learning some vocabulary, specifically adjectives, to describe personality, because when you read your horoscope, if you ever bother to do this, part of what your horoscope does, besides to tell your future, predict your future, it's also your horoscope will describe your personality. This is very common, or your personality traits, your characteristics, which supposedly people who share your star sign also share. So we'll be talking, students will tell me your birthday, and we'll look it up together. What is your personality supposed to be like according to your horoscope? And we'll talk about the adjectives that are used in the description and how accurate they are or are not. As well, we'll talk about the whole idea of the zodiac and horoscopes and all of that in general, to practice English conversation skills. In addition, I'm prepared to share with you your horoscope for the day. We will have a little fun trying to work through the English of your horoscope of the day, because often horoscopes are written in a way that's very ambiguous, and you're able to be interpreted in many different ways, thus making it more likely to be true for more people. So it's kind of interesting to look at a horoscope from an English language learning perspective, because we can talk about the ambiguity of it all. What does that mean? Okay. Carolina, hello, and welcome. Welcome again.
Hello, teacher.
Hello again.
Thank you.
Carolina, do you ever check out your horoscope online or in the newspaper? First of all, do you know what a horoscope is?
Yes, I know. What is horoscope, and my sync is Pisces. Pisces.
Okay, your sign. All right.
My sign.
Confusing word in English, because when it's sign, the G is silent. Sign. When it's in other words like signal, you pronounce the G. So many language learners get that one confused. Your sign is Pisces. That's how we say that.
Pisces,
okay.
Yes.
Pisces, the fish. It's a theme. It's a theme from the last class. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. We'll look at Pisces. Do you ever look up your horoscope? My second question.
I used to read my horoscope when I was at the school, but I realized that they always say the same thing for every sign. So, for example, they say that you will find the love in the next day, and you don't have to say by words. I don't know, something like that. But they say the same for the all signs, so I
Yeah.
stopped reading.
You will meet a stranger. Of course. We all meet a stranger every day, probably. Yeah, they're very ambiguous. They can be interpreted as being true because the things that they say are going to happen are things that happen to everybody, for example. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, horoscopes are kind of just for fun. We used to, when we were having morning coffee. Like a, for example, I was teaching in a school, and we'd have our morning coffee, and one or two people would be reading the newspaper, and they would share their horoscope. Okay, what's your birthday? Here's your horoscope for the day. Here's what you can count on for today, just for fun, as a fun kind of thing. All right, we'll get back to the Pisces, and we'll talk about that some more in a minute. Let me welcome Masahiro. Hello, Masa.
Hi, nice to see you.
Good to see you. Okay, Masa, do you ever read your horoscope?
Probably I'm Gemini.
Gemini. Okay.
Gemini. Okay.
The twins, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. And do you ever read your horoscope online or in a newspaper?
Sometimes I see horoscope. How can I say horoscope? I don't know. Horoscope. Yeah. Horoscope. I don't know how I should say. But sometimes I see a newspaper and see a horoscope. Then blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay.
If I see okay. Thank you.
Sure. In English newspapers, the horoscope is often on the same page with the puzzles and the comics. It's kind of the entertainment page of the newspaper. Pretty much every English-speaking newspaper is going to have comics, a few puzzles, and a horoscope. It's considered kind of entertainment like that. Same in Colombia. There you go. I was going to ask that. Okay, and Masa, in Japan, do they have a horoscope? Do they have an entertainment page in a newspaper, like with puzzles and comics?
I wanted to say astrology.
Astrology, yes.
Astrology.
Very good. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Please, even native speakers sometimes confuse these two. Masa, what's the difference between astrology and astronomy?
Astronomy is the person who go to universe. I think.
Yeah, that's quite true. All right, the scientific study of the star. Astro, by the way, the root word astro is the word for star. Okay. Well, now I can't remember if that's Greek or Latin. Stella is star. I get it confused. One is Latin and one is Greek. Stella and astro, and I get them confused. Which one is Greek and which one is Roman? But anyway, they're common roots in English. Yes. Astronomy is the scientific study of the stars, and astrology has to do with the horoscope and the zodiac. Yes, and there are 12 signs of the zodiac. It's kind of odd. There didn't even used to be 12 months in the year. So anyway, it's a little odd, but they don't quite match the months perfectly. The dates are a little strange. But in any case, Masa, have you ever had a horoscope, like a professional horoscope reading?
Professional?
Yeah.
Actually, I've never read professional horoscope.
Okay. A horoscope reading. When somebody like reads your palm, oh, you will have a long life. You will have 14 children. will be very wealthy. That's a palm reading, okay? And
why do you know this horoscope in detail?
oh no, because Americans do this all the time for fun. It's just really for amusement. Or you have a palm reading, or you have a tarot card. Tarot. T-A-R-O-E.
Is it deeply related to religion?
Not really.
No.
I don't know. It's kind of. I think it's kind of maybe, but I think it has basically like pagan, you know, not Judeo-Christian religion, but more pagan religious origins. I think. So I'm not, you know, I'm no scholar on this subject, but I think it's much more pagan oriented. What's called pagan religions. But anyway, yeah, okay, a reading is when people predict your future. But there's different kinds of reading. Tarot card reading, palm reading, horoscope reading, phrenology. That's when people tell your future by the bumps on your head. Well, this is very popular 100 years ago, or more than 100 years ago, in the 1800s, early 1900s, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I did this once. It was actually quite scary. I did an online horoscope reading, and here's the deal: you send you have to know where exactly you were born and exactly what time. I mean, what time? So you have to get your birth certificate. And I was born at 6:06 in the morning, 6:06 a.m. This exact place, and blah blah blah. And they use the time and place to do this reading. And they literally, I did this once just for fun, you know, see what would happen. And they sent me like, I remember it was like a 90 some odd, 92, 96 page report.
Wow.
For free. I didn't pay or anything. But I have to say that it was rather amazing. The great degree of detail and how much of it was right. A lot of it was correct. I mean, they were very, very literal. It was really quite scary. You have had 3 important romantic relationships, all of which have failed. You have probably injured yourself and broken a bone at some point, most likely doing an activity. And all these things were true. Wow. How did they know?
Maybe they have Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, a camera in my home. This is a long time ago. This was in the 90s. This was before spyware and all that. But I don't know. It was pretty amazing in any case. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's take a look. We're gonna take a look at your zodiac sign dates, symbols, and meanings. Okay, Carolina, you're Pisces. Hang on, let me do a little screen share here. Let's talk about Pisces. Have here a chart. The symbols are kind of cool too. Here we have the symbols. Those are kind of neat. We have a chart here. Okay, where are you? Where's Pisces? Oh, here it is.
The last one.
The very last one here. Oh, look, there's your symbol. That's interesting. All right, so you were born between February 19 and March 20. Is that right?
Yes, I born March 5.
Okay, March 5th.
5th.
Yep. You were born March 5th. All right, let's take a look at these. The last column here. These are the adjectives. Adjectives concerned with characteristics, personality traits that are supposedly going to describe your personality, Carolina.
Okay.
But they're pretty formal. Fluctuation.
What is fluctuations mean?
I was going to ask you.
I don't know.
Well, it comes from the verb to fluctuate. Electrical currency is not a straight, steady line. It fluctuates. It goes up and down and up and down. If something fluctuates, okay, I'll demonstrate by using the volume of my speaking is now fluctuating. It's going down, and now it's getting louder, and now it's getting louder, and now it's
It's easy to understand.
okay. Well, there you go. My voice is fluctuating. There you go. Okay, so that's the verb to fluctuate. So fluctuation is actually the noun. So this is supposed to describe your personality. You fluctuate. You're on again and off again. Actually, very close to the fifth descriptive word, which is indecisive. I'll do that one next because that's close to somebody who fluctuates. Indecisive. Do you know the meaning of indecisive, Carolina?
Yes, I know that meaning.
Are you sure? Can you decide?
I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure, but can't make a decision quite yet. Okay. All right. Are you indecisive?
No, teacher. I am always be focused on my things.
Okay.
So I think that characteristic is not for me, and the first one is not for me.
Okay. Fluctuates. You go back and forth on things. Indecisive. You can't make a decision. It's the idea. No.
For example, when I go out with my friends, I always know what I am asking for it or something like that. Or
okay, that's right. You're not the one who sits at the table for 4 minutes while the waiter taps his foot.
No.
Okay, what do you want? Just make a choice. Come on. Right. That's a very good example of indecisive. All right. Depth. Okay, again, depth is a noun. Deep is the adjective. Are you deep, Carolina? Are you a deep thinker? Deep person?
I guess, yeah. With the things that I like, I am a deep person.
Okay. The opposite. What is the opposite of deep?
Superficial?
Yes, superficial or shallow. That's exactly right. Either one. Actually, superficial is very good. That's right. So if you're deep, you try to think of the root causes of things. Try to, right, like that. Okay. All right. Imagination, another noun. Of course. What is the adjective of imagination, Carolina?
Imaginative?
Perfect. That is correct. Are you imaginative?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Yes, you are? Okay. Great. And the last one is reactive. All right.
I am not a reactive person.
You are? Really?
No.
You're not?
I am not.
You're not?
No.
Okay,
No,
do you know what is the opposite of reactive?
I think that, for example, when a person is reactive, is if you say something for that person, maybe they answer you in a bad way.
Well, it could be. It doesn't have to be negative though, but it kind of in a way it is negative. The opposite of reactive is proactive. Okay? If you're proactive, you try to stop a problem before it becomes a problem. You try
to find solution.
Yeah, that's right. You try to prevent problems. If you're proactive, you probably exercise and eat healthy foods.
I am
For example,
person.
All right. For example, you can be proactive about your health, right? It's a good example, actually. As opposed to reactive, you wait till you get sick, and then you go to the hospital. Right. So that's a good example of reactive and proactive. So you're proactive. Okay.
Yes,
So
teacher.
only depth and imagination. Well, only 2 out of 5. Not so good.
Yes. 40%
40%.
of your prediction.
It's really not that great. Okay. I'm not really. I don't know. I'm not really liking this this horoscope thing. Okay. Masa, let's take a look together at Gemini.
Gemini.
Let me quickly welcome Jensen to the class. Hi, Jensen. How are you? Hello, hello. Jensen, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Hi, there we go. Hi, Jensen. Welcome to the class. Hold on a minute, Jensen. We're going to talk to you about your horoscope, and we're going to look at your alleged personality, and I do mean alleged. Okay, so first we're going to do Masa, who is a Gemini. When's your birthday?
June 8th.
June 8th, or right in the middle. Solid Gemini. Okay, your symbol kind of looks like the pi symbol.
Pi. Suddenly it's very similar.
That's interesting.
It looks like pi.
All right, well, that's interesting. All right, the first word that to describe your personality, communication. What is the adjective form?
Communicative.
Yes, communicative.
Communicative.
Yeah. Yeah, the stress changes because of the addition of the different suffix. Communicative. It changes. All right, are you communicative?
I think so.
You are in my classes.
Yes.
I would say so. That would be my my viewpoint, my perspective. From my perspective, yeah. Okay. Oh, also, you and Carolina both.
Indecision.
We already talked about that. Are you indecisive?
Regarding this, I don't think so. But it's partially correct, I think.
Okay. It's partially correct, but you can't decide if it's correct.
Sometimes I cannot make a decision.
Yeah, all right. How about this next word, Masa? Are you inquisitive? Do you know this word?
Yes. It's this word means probably it's very similar to curious.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. That's right.
But I don't know. I don't know what's the difference between inquisitive and curious. Curiosity.
Not much. There's really not much difference. They're very, very closely related, actually. Inquisitive comes from the root verb to inquire. To inquire is to ask. All right. Inquisitive, yes, it's definitely a synonym for curious. Are you curious?
Yes.
Okay.
I strongly think so.
Okay. Now, one difference between inquisitive and curious that you have to be careful of if you're speaking English. If I say Masa is an inquisitive person, okay, that's great. He likes to ask questions. He wonders how things work. Perfect. However, you have to be careful. If I say Masa is a curious person, I'm actually saying Masa's a little bit strange or weird.
Oh, really?
He's a curious guy. I don't know. I don't really get him. So you're more describing a person. You got to be careful here. You can say, I am curious about how an octopus can change its color. Okay, fine. You can say I'm curious about something. But if somebody describes someone else as being curious, it's actually a little bit negative. So be careful using that. Much better if you want to describe them in a positive way to actually use inquisitive. All right?
Okay.
Useful piece of information, I think.
Uh-huh.
Intelligent, I'm sure you know that one, and that one is an adjective.
Yes, intelligent.
Yes.
Probably, I don't think so.
your mom.
But I want to become intelligent person.
All right. Well, obviously, we should have the word modest up here as well for you, Matza. Okay. Because you're very modest. You're not really proud. Okay. Somebody who's modest is not overly proud. Changeable. Okay.
Changeable. What's this mean? Changeable. Changeable means it's very easy to change my mind.
No, I think it has more. Another word that might be used is malleable. Physically speaking, if something is malleable, you can change its shape, like clay, for example. If you ever work with clay is malleable. So changeable. If a person is changeable, it really means like they can adapt. Well, it's actually a positive thing. Okay. You adapt well to changing circumstances, like that.
I think this word is a little bit include negative meaning. No.
Yeah, maybe it's neutral, but generally it's thought to be kind of a positive quality if you can adapt to changing situations. In business and like that, I mean that's a very strongly positive characteristic. To be adaptable to the changing business climates, for example. It's a good thing.
So I'm a changeable person.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. That's good. Okay. All right. Let me quickly welcome Ken to the class. Hi, Ken. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome back. Ken, we're going to get to you and talk about you and your personality in just a minute. First, let me talk to Jensen. Jensen, what's your sign? Jensen?
Hello.
Hello. What is your sign? What is your zodiac sign? Do you know?
No, I don't know. Let me see the months.
We can figure it out. When were you born? What's your birthday?
October 31.
Really? Woo! Halloween, baby. I think you're a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yep, you are, because that's what I am. So I knew that one. I was born 1 week after you, Jensen. My birthday's November 6th. Okay, so let's talk about us. All right. Oh, wow, okay. Well, well, this is weird. Okay. Our first adjective is transient. Jensen, do you know what transient means?
No.
Okay, well, this is kind of strange because it has a couple different meanings. It can be a noun, all right? As a noun, a person who only stays or works in a place for a short time is a transient.
Okay, understand. I understand.
But as an adjective, it means like temporary. But it can mean, I think what they're trying to say when we're talking about personality, more like ephemeral, impermanent. here today, gone tomorrow. I don't know. The idea being that, okay, the person doesn't like to really settle down or anchor themselves with things. They kind of drift with the wind, so to speak. How about you, Jensen? Do you kind of drift with the wind?
Well, yes, I move the the work. I have work in very uh, um, uh, what?
You've had different jobs or different
Yes,
careers?
yes, yeah. I am nurse. I work very uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a word you're searching for? Can I help
yes.
you? Okay. Yeah, well, as somebody's kind of transient, they probably have a lot of different jobs or careers. I certainly have myself, and maybe they move around a lot.
Yes, I work in many places.
Okay. You have worked in many places. When you're talking about your experience and your history, you need to use present perfect tense. What you have experienced. I have worked in many places. Okay.
I have work.
All right. Okay. Oh, well, all right. Looks like both of us. Then the next one here, Jensen, self-willed. Do you know what that means?
Self-will. No.
Okay, Jensen, you and I, we're not sheep. We do what we think is right when we think it's right. We don't just do what other people say because other people tell us to. Okay? Do you understand?
No.
We are not conformists.
Okay.
If you're conformist, you conform to society. You follow the law, you do what your boss tells you, you do things the way that you're told to do them. You're sheep. We're not sheep.
Okay.
Jensen,
Okay.
you and I, we're not sheep. We are our own men. It's another way to say that. I am my own man. Okay. Which means that I don't really care about society's rules. Okay. How about you, Jensen? Are you?
No, I think no. I think no. I know self-will.
Yeah, you're not self-willed. Okay.
No.
I am. I could care less what society says. I don't care. Okay. Purposeful. Okay. This is an interesting one. All right. Are you ambitious? Do you have a purpose? Do you try to work toward a purpose, Jensen?
Yes. Yes.
Really? Okay. That's good. Me? No, not so much. Not for myself. Speaking for myself, not so much. Okay, if you have strong determination, resolve. All right. Okay, ambition may be related. You're purposeful. All right. And last one, unyielding. All right. Jensen, you have any idea what unyielding means?
No.
No. Okay, to yield, all right, the root word is yield. A lot of times with adjectives, especially adjectives and adverbs, because they have a lot of suffixes or prefixes, additions to the root word, one way to figure out the meaning of the word is to kind of look for the root. Here, the root is yield. You have a prefix. You have an ending, a suffix. Do you know yield, Jensen? To yield.
Yield, no.
No? Okay. If you're driving and you're trying to get on the highway and there's a yield sign, that means you must let other cars pass in front of you.
Okay.
Give way. To give way.
See.
Okay. If you yield, if we're fighting, Jensen, if you and I are wrestling and you yield, you surrender. You
surrender.
Okay. So if you're unyielding, you don't surrender. It's the opposite. The prefix un showing the opposite. If you're unyielding, it means you don't give up. Okay. It means if you think you're right in an argument, you don't give up. If you're trying to get something done and you have problems, you don't give up. Okay. When you have an argument, do you ever change your mind? Or
Yes.
you do? Okay.
Mhm.
So you may yield a point in an argument, all right? You give up a point. If you're unyielding, you don't give up. All right. So some are true, some are not true. Okay. Basically how it's been for everyone. All right, Ken, let's talk about you. Ken? Yeah? When is your birthday?
It's secret, but I'm Libra.
It's secret. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry, I'm not going to send you a present. That's okay. But if you know you're Libra, that's all that counts, really. All right, here is your symbol. Interesting. All right, Libra. Okay, balance. Ah, the scales. Yes. Okay. Balance. All right. Ken. Of course, that's a noun, balance. The adjective would be, what is the adjective for balance?
Balanced.
Of course. All right. Are you a balanced person? Could you describe your personality as balanced?
Sometimes, but sometimes not.
Okay. As a matter of fact, when the opposite of balanced is unbalanced. If a person is unbalanced, what we really mean is they're crazy. Okay. But if we say if somebody is balanced, we're not really saying the opposite. It's not really they're sane. It means that it's definitely positive, but it means that they kind of balance their time and their efforts. They don't do anything too much. They don't have extremist positions or extremist lifestyles like that.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is justice. It's the noun. Ken, what is the adjective of justice?
Justified.
Maybe. Yes, that is one. Yeah, that's true. Or just. Ken?
Yeah. Okay.
He's a just man. Just can be an adjective. So if you are just, it means you are fair and even-handed with other people. Do you think you are fair and even-handed with other people?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But I try to just kind of equal to anybody. I'm trying.
Treat others equally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. The next one is another noun. Truth. What is the adjective?
Truth adjective. Truthy.
No.
Truthful.
There it is. Yep. Are you an honest person?
I'm trying to be honest.
You know, the funny thing is, if he's lying, we don't know if he's lying. When somebody says, I'm an honest person, you never really know, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Beauty. What is the adjective of beauty?
Beautiful.
Are you beautiful?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Well, that's cool. All right. Great. Perfection. Okay. Strive for perfection. All right. Pardon me. Okay. What's the adjective of perfection? Noun. Perfection is a noun. Yeah.
Okay. Perfectly.
Perfectly is the adverb. You
Adverb.
do something perfectly.
Perfect. Perfection is a noun. I don't know.
Perfectionism is another word. This has a large word family. Perfect is the simple adjective.
Okay. Perfect.
But a person
Mhm.
who likes to have everything perfect, everything's got to be neat and tidy and well organized at all times, is a perfectionist.
Perfectionist. Okay.
That's a noun, but it describes a person.
Mhm.
Are you a perfectionist?
No. It's too stressful for me. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, we're going to change it up a little bit, the last 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to tell you your horoscope for today, and I'll have you read it, and then we'll kind of talk about it a little bit. Carolina? All right, Carolina Pisces, right?
Yes.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to, all right, I don't really want to market a horoscope website, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to simply cut and paste here. Okay, so here we go. Hang on. Give me a second. Here you go, Carolina. Here is your horoscope for the day. All right.
For my day.
Yep. For today.
My day finish in 1 hour.
Okay. Oh, it's 1:01 in the morning. Okay, so
No.
the next day.
Okay.
Starting at midnight. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and give it a read.
Are apt to remain quite orderly for you. Pisces, even though your hair may want to soar into clouds, you'll find that there is a stable side to the equation that is working to keep things in perspective. You might want to consider making a greater commitment to someone you love. Wow. You are of a sound and solid mind to do so now.
Okay. Notice the use of you are apt to. Okay, you're likely to. You may want to. Okay. You might want to. Okay. Lots of modals and adverbs that show uncertainty and probability, right? Okay. Well, that's good. Things will remain orderly for you. Carolina, does your heart want to soar?
I'm not sure.
the
Maybe
clouds?
yes.
Yeah?
Maybe yes. Yeah.
Really? I don't know what the heck that means, honestly. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Okay. Maybe you feel like doing something kind of crazy? I don't know. I guess. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, but there's a stable side to the equation. What equation? What do they mean?
The equation in the love?
In love? I don't know. See, there you go. You're interpreting it as love. I don't know. You could interpret it as something in your professional career, right? Or your social relationships. I have no idea.
No, because they say that you heard. Maybe someone saw. And you will find that there is a stable side to the equation. They are talking about love.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then they say you might want to consider making a greater commitment to someone you love. Someone you love. Notice. Notice. Okay. Not necessarily romantic love. Maybe your parents. Maybe a friend.
Maybe could be.
Maybe could be. See, it's very ambiguous. All right, someone you love could be someone, and people, and see what you're doing. You naturally, you start thinking about romantic love, and you start to think that, oh, okay, this is related to me because I'm in a relationship right now or whatever. Okay, are you of a sound and solid mind, Carolina, right
What
now?
is the meaning? What is the meaning of that phrase?
Well, strangely, if you write a will, like your last will and testament, what happens to your money and your belongings when you die? Part of a will is I swear that I am of sound mind, and body to write your will. If you're of sound of mind, it means you're sane.
Okay.
You're not insane. Solid mind means okay, you're grounded and okay, you're not confused.
You are
Basically,
conscious.
not confused is basically the idea.
Okay.
Okay, sound can mean healthy as an adjective as well, and it can be used for a person or for something else. Talk about a ship. Oh, the ship is seaworthy. It's sound. It's ready for the ocean. All right. So do you feel sane and stable? Stable, solid mind, stable.
I think so, teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, I think so.
Good. Glad to hear it. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Masa's horoscope for the day. Masa's a Gemini. Hang on a second.
Yes, Gemini.
Yeah, just give me a sec here. All right. Okay, here we go. Here's yours. Let's make this a little larger for you.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, here you go.
You may be confused by your heart, Gemini. It may be extremely frustrating when you can't keep a tight rein on your emotions. This internal conflict is a signal that there's a lesson to learn. Perhaps your heart knows something that your conscious mind hasn't yet realized.
Okay. Okay, Masa, are you confused by your heart?
Now I'm 30 years old, so I sometimes have a lot. I'm sometimes confused about by my life.
Okay, everything. Don't worry, we all are. You're not alone, Masa.
Thank you.
Trust me on that one. Okay, hang on. We come back to this in a second. You wrote in the chat box, why do this preposition, should be why does this preposition follow the verb? What preposition were you talking about? I'm sorry, I just now saw the message. What were you talking about there?
After previous please wait. Previous this the last phrase, last sentence. You are over sound. This what I think is verb and ob is preposition. What preposition is after above.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, this thing is a very it's a very specific and unusual construction. We only use this with a few specific phrases. He is of a it can mean from, all right, possibly. He is of a small Midwestern family, meaning he is from a small Midwestern family. It's very formal. It is a formal construction. I am of sound-minded body. It's a very formal construction, actually used in English law. He's of a type.
Can you rephrase this sentence to any phrase sentence?
Sure. You have, simple, you have a sound and solid mind. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a very formal kind of construction, really. Not
So
really normal in conversational English.
this of means human attribution or character.
Well, here's another example. He was of a type that liked to save every penny that he got his hands on. He was of a type. Very formal. Very formal, and generally speaking, you only see this in writing. People don't say this.
Okay.
I would say he was the type who saved every penny he ever.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay, sure. All right, let's go back to you here. Interesting construction, actually idiomatic. You can't keep a tight rein on your emotions. You keep a tight rein on a horse to keep the horse from getting out of control. Keep a tight rein on your emotions. You keep a tight rein on something, you control it. Okay. Do you like to keep a tight rein on your emotions?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, you know, perhaps your heart knows something your conscious mind hasn't yet realized. Consider that. Of course, this is how crazy horoscopes are. Okay, they're telling you that you know something you don't know. And that's awfully hard to dispute. No, I don't. I don't know something I don't know. Kind of hard to fight with that idea, right? Okay. All right. We're going to move on to Jensen. Jensen, you and I. What is our horoscope today? Hang on, just a second.
Tell me again. Hello. Se cayó ya. Hello.
Teacher.
The class is over?
I don't think so, but
Okay, well, see ya.
teacher's psychic condition is sometimes too bad.